Get nuts indeed. What's happening, everybody? Sorry I was a little bit late. Had to push it just a little bit today. But you're here. I'm here. We're going to have some fun. Not a lot of news to talk about, but, you know, obviously, Superman. It is just non-stop Superman because all the... I don't know, they're on that tour. They have like a world tour that's happening right now when it comes to Superman, but we'll talk about Superman and anything else DC related, which really is nothing else. Right now, it's just 100% Superman. So hit that like, thumbs up, do all the things, subscribe, do everything, become a member if you want to become a member, and, you know, well, I'll try to get back to a consistent doing the members only streams and everything. So, all right, who's out there, huh? What are we doing? Who's out there? We got Clone Avenger. What's happening? I think the new shot. Superman looks so much better. 15 more days until prime screening. Let's go! Can't believe it's 15 more days. This is insane. It's insane to think about. Shit. That was a short 2 years if you actually think about it, right? What's going on, Arkham Knight? You see people are seeing Jurassic World tonight at the AMC Secret Screenings. There's an AMC Secret Screenings. There's also been people that have seen some advanced screenings. Not gonna lie, there's been some mixed reviews from those advanced screenings. I don't know if you guys saw that. What's going on, Monique? Hello, hope you're having an amazing Monday. Monday is Monday, I'm just glad it's over with. Tonight is honey barbecued chicken breast, roasted garlic sauce, grilled paneer, and watermelon. Jeez! All of a sudden my stomach goes, that's what happened right now. Jeez, that's what she always does. Good to see you. Ninja Gamer 13, all the projects hinted. There's the one Gunn's most excited for. That same as sort of a sequel to Superman he's writing, and or one unannounced to avoid copies. And what's the one he said we sort of know? Well, there's a lot of stuff right there that I can't even process right now, Ninja Gamer. Jose, what's happening? Your thumbnail should come with a jump scare warning. Hey, so funny. Good to see you, buddy. Mr. Nobody Late Start. Not technical difficulties. I just, like I said, work's been kind of killing me right now and stuff. So, yeah, just had to delay it just a little bit. What's going on, Lane? Good to see you, buddy. Dell in the city. What is happening? And then, of course, we got Eric. Saw the word controversial is, oh, yeah, it is getting overused, but I couldn't think of something else to even put right there. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, we got World War III before the Batman 2. That's so funny. Weren't we talking about that at the Vodka stream? I was talking about that with some friends over this weekend. We were talking about, you know, things that were kind of happening and got brought up. But then we were just like, how many times have we heard that there's going to be a World War III? We always talk about it. Oh, World War III, it's happening. It's about to happen. World War III is happening. And I'm going, in my opinion, just the way that, you know, when I go down some certain rabbit holes and I just kind of take everything in, not being, you know, subscribed to a political side, it just kind of be politically homeless and just kind of just go my own way and just looking at everything. People like to throw it out there that, oh yeah, World War III. And I'm like, maybe we've been in World War III for decades. It's all just been underground, digital. It's digital wars. Seems like in the past 10 years, seems like there's been a war that's happening, but it's all happening online. Right? Anybody else feel like that? I don't know. It's just kind of something I was feeling like when I was talking with some friends. I'm like, seems like if there's any kind of war that's happening, I mean, yeah, there's wars that are happening, sadly. It just doesn't seem like no matter what side it is, Republican or Democrat, somebody wants to go to war. But it just seems like there's always been wars that have been waging like online, essentially. I don't know. Put on your tinfoil hat. Yeah, that's what I was doing right there, so... Anyways, all right. Tony movie D9 fan. I almost had it, but I got distracted because Clone Avenger, he's being awesome right now and granting some memberships. And I swear to God, we'll be doing a members only stream right now. And then of course, we'll see when we do like an actual Saturday version of the Vodka streams. Too. So thank you. Am I excited for Jurassic World Rebirth? I wouldn't say excited. I'm going to see it. I already bought tickets. I think. No, I haven't bought tickets yet because I'm still waiting to hear from people that want to go. So I hope I got to hit them up because I got to get those tickets. But I mean, I plan on seeing it. I'm looking forward to it. Excited? Meh. you know, I'm just kind of going, here we are again. I'm excited to see Scarlett Johansson, you know, looking all tanned and beautiful and kicking ass. I'm looking forward to that, you know, but I don't know. I'm not as excited for, I mean, when it comes to the month of July, it's in the big movies coming out in July, at least the 3 big movies, the Super Fantastic Four, Fantastic World. I would say I'm definitely looking forward to Superman and Fantastic Four more than I am Jurassic World. 100%. So, anyways, Jason, good to see you, bud. Cheers. My brother. What is going on? All right, what do we got here? Okay, up. I gotta say hi to you guys. It's fun when somebody actually, when somebody cosplays, when they show up on the panel. It's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, I dig it. Sam, what's happening? 17 days and 15 hours till Superman. Let's go, baby. Yeah, that's cool. People are excited, man. Versus Seed, avoiding death signs like from Final Destination to make it for Superman. Yeah, gotta do that. Frederick, what happens if Superman flops as predicted? It's predicted that it's going to flop. Something tells me, just judging by Frederick's profile picture, that it's predicted by his little circle. I don't see any other predictions that it's going to flop. There's been a lot of tracking that shows that it's not going to flop. Yeah, it could underperform, but it's not going to flop. There's a difference there. But of course, when you're in a certain kind of group in an echo chamber, you're just going to use the word flop, flop, flop. But it's not going to flop. It could underperform for sure. And I don't know. It seems like even if it underperforms, they're still going to move forward with the DCU there, Frederick. I mean, we already have Supergirl, Lanterns, and Clayface and other things that are already moving forward. And yeah, I don't know. It seems like it's just things are going to move forward. Or unless you want me to say what you want to hear. You want me to say that, they're going to just sell it to Netflix, and then Zach and everybody's going to drop what they're doing and rush over to Netflix and be like, we're restoring the Snyderverse, yay! Okay. Good to see you, Frederick. Trapman, what's happening from Vegas? Ooh, it's probably hot over there in Vegas. A little warm over here today, but not too bad. Not too bad. What's happening, Ryan? Good to see ya. All right. The war is over. Is it? D-Man, good to see you. All right, so we got a couple more people with some memberships. Good to see you. All right. Congratulations, you're now part of the... Let's see. World War III was actually... Good one, Jose. Good one. Jacob, Scarlett Johansson is so meh. How dare you, sir? What's going on? We got Real Anarchy in the house. Mr. Everts, what's happening, sir? We also got Sydney Sweeney's boobs in the house. So, hey, we got Sydney Sweeney's boobs in the house, everybody. Hey. Okay. Right. It's going to be a good show today. Anybody else excited? Wait. Oh, man, did it lag? It lagged. Oh. It lagged because I started talking about World War III. Is that what happened? See? This is exactly what I was talking about. Put on the tinfoil hat. Put on that tinfoil hat. What did I say? I said digital warfare. And look what happened. As I started talking about it, it got all laggy. See? Oh, boy. What's happening, Jimmy Guns? Yeah, I'm about to put you on blast for what you said about this shot of Superman flying. So, sit in, say hi to your wife for me, and just be prepared. I am going to probably, grill you just a little bit there, Jimmy Guns. I know, who's predicting that? I don't know. Man, if Superman flops, WME will sell DC. I mean, I don't know if it flops, but it's not going to flop. That's the thing. It's not gonna flop. A flop would be that it would make like God damn it. All right. It would make like Morbius money. I couldn't remember the other one. What was the other one with Aaron Taylor Johnson? Craven. I knew. I was like, if it made Craven the Conqueror money, sure, that's a flop. But it's not going to make that kind of money. It's not going to make that low of money. So it's not going to flop. What's happening, William? Good to see you, my friend. It's just a 106 over there. That's cool. It's not going to flop. Like I said, it has every chance to underperform, but it's not going to flop. And it won't get anywhere near $1 billion. It will likely underperform, though. It will likely, so he's predicting that it will likely underperform. Okay. Yeah, all right. Sydney Swim is Chi-Chi's. Oh, what a terrible name. What a Craven, yeah. What a terrible name. What a terrible name. And then, of course, we have boobies for life. What is happening with this? What is happening with this chat right now? This is fun. This is good for a Monday. I like this. First name, last name. We got some interesting people here. What's the definition of flop? Financial, critical. It needs 900 million to break even. 900 million? 900 million? What the hell? It needs 900 million to all right, somebody's pushing that goalpost a little too far. 900 million to break even? No. No, it does not need 900 million. I think, like I said, you take the production budget, you times it by 2.5 to 3. So if you times it by 3, as soon as it exceeds 675 million, that's when it starts breaking even. And then if it exceeds 700 million, and okay. Anyways, Jesus Christ. The goalpost is going to be moved and moved and moved like crazy, which it already has been. So it's absolutely. What's going on, Hank? Good to see you, buddy. All right. Okay, I think we're pretty good. I think I got everybody. I think I got pretty much everybody. All right, guys. The production budget was, well, they reported it as 225 there, buddy. And then you times that by, you're supposed to times that by what? Yeah, 2.5 to 3. So that's the math I've always, with every movie. I'm like, what's the reported production budget? Times it by 3. I just go for 3 because why not just go for the bigger number? Go by 3. That's 675. That's what I do. I don't know. Who knows? Like I said, everybody in their own little groups has their own, like, again, 900 million to break even. That's absolutely ludicrous. I'm sorry. 900 million. That just shows you that these echo chambers just get absolutely ridiculous. The goalpost is just going to be moved and moved and moved. Okay, if this movie ends up like blowing up, you know how many people are going to move the goalpost saying that it needs to make like $1.7 billion just for it to beat out whatever the hell magical number that gets pulled out of there? I mean, there were people that were doing that, like when it came to streaming numbers of Zack Snyder's Justice League, saying, "Oh, if it got this many, eyes, and if you times that by the ticket prices, it would have made, $2.7 billion." Like, what the fuck? All right, so it's gonna make money, or it's gonna make little money. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But Jesus Christ, it's insane. Anyways, all right, guys. That's it. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. I had a pretty good weekend. I hung out with friends, had some good times with that. Disconnected a little bit. Like when we go over the tweets, my tweets were minimal this week, and I decided, you know what? I'm gonna disconnect a little bit. And I was like doing some other things, playing with some other toys, like as into, digital stuff. Some AI stuff. I know those 2 letters, people get a little like, but I was toying with some things and just trying to be like, just like I said, use it as a tool. I'm not going to create an AI version of myself and then just hit play and there you go. And then, sit over there and get fat. No, I'm not going to do that. But I was just toying with some things, and it was cool because it distracted me. It distracted me from looking at my Twitter feed every 3.5 seconds. So I like that. So I did that. I did a little distraction today, and it was kind of nice. Even like today, Monday, I was still not really paying attention to my Twitter feed. I was like, you know what? It was kind of nice to just kind of not pay attention to the Twitter feed so much. But so yeah, hopefully you guys had a good weekend. And man, we are in the thick of it, guys. We're in the thick of it. the blockbuster season, the summer blockbuster season, we are getting them all right now because we got F1 coming out. We got F1 coming out this week, and then it's Jurassic World, it's Superman, it's I Know What You Did Last Summer, Reboot, it's Nobody Cares About Smurfs, and then of course it's Fantastic Four. It's just gonna be boom, 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 boom for the next about 5 weeks now. So prepare yourselves. All right, let's get on. Let's get it on. And we're going to be starting off right here because, hey, guess what, guys? M. Night Shyamalan fans, guess what? Oh, boy. What a twist. There you go. M. Night Shyamalan fans, he has started his new movie that's called Remain. This is the Jake Gyllenhaal movie. This is the one that's starring Jake Gyllenhaal, which is great. And what did he say? What was his tweets right here? Day one. Film started rolling, feeling very, very grateful. So I don't care what anybody says. I know, like M. Night Shyamalan, you know, he's not always put out big time winners, but I still always appreciate him. What I appreciate about M. Night Shyamalan, honestly, is the fact that what I like about him is like, yeah, maybe he kind of sometimes goes a little too overboard, or sometimes doesn't quite meet, you know, certain standards that you might go, okay, maybe he's going to go like, you know, y'all. Anytime I go into an M. Night Shyamalan, I'm going, what's the ending going to be? Obviously, because he's known for his twisty endings. And sometimes that could be a bad thing because if I'm sitting there trying to guess the ending, I can't really enjoy the movie. It seems like nowadays, when it comes to an M. Night Shyamalan, like his last couple movies, it's like I have to watch them twice to appreciate them even more because I'm too busy the first time in the movie theater going, all right, where's the twist? Where's this going to go? There's going to be some kind of twist. Is it going to be a supernatural twist? Is it going to be a different kind of twist? What kind of twist is it going to be? I don't know. But I'm looking forward to it. But what I really like about M. Night Shyamalan is the fact that he made his stamp. First off, his name is a brand. His name is recognizable. And he got to a point where he could fund his own movies. He funds his own movies. Okay, so he doesn't require any kind of budget from a studio and investors. He can actually, within his production company, within himself, to just basically fund the movies and make the movies he wants to make. So he doesn't have to do that box office crazy math that everybody else has to go by, because if he's helping fund, if his production company, and he's not really getting other other studios, or, I mean, studios going to play a part, sure, or other investors. He doesn't have to worry about that equation or something like that to worry about, oh, am I going to break even? Am I going to make money? It's like, no, Trap still made money because it was like a different kind of way. And a lot of people don't talk about that. A lot of people don't talk about the fact that the money that's coming in is like he's actually kind of changed the game a little bit. And nobody really talks about that. Some people are like, how is M. Night Shyamalan still making movies? Like, he's made it like stinkers and stinkers. And it's like, okay, well, you might think they're all stinkers, but the fact of the matter is he figured out a way to avoid, like, oh, if it makes this amount of money, he's good. And now he can make the next one. But, you're thinking that he needs to make this amount of money, and he doesn't have to. So, I don't know. That's my M. Night Shyamalan spiel right there. So, okay, I saw this right here, but I don't even know. But I'm like trying to go like, who the hell are? There's a poster right here. Okay, Monica. Yeah, that's who it is. Barbara. Okay. Check out this right here from Spider Monkey. He, of course, makes posters. He makes concept art. He does a lot of things. Great work. And you guys know me. I'm a sucker. When it comes to concept art or, fan-made posters that are really done well. Well, we got this one right here from Spider Monkey, basically showing that, hey, and I've even said this. I've said this and I've told you guys, because obviously a lot of us are kind of thinking that, oh, yeah, well, James Gunn's going to be doing the world's finest, right? That's what's going to be next. And I'm going, world's finest, sure, I get that. But then at the same time, I'm like, just make a Trinity movie. Like, Does it have to be Batman, Superman? Just put Wonder Woman in there and make a Trinity. I've been wanting a Trinity movie. I mean, technically BVS kind of is a Trinity movie, but not, I mean, it is, but it isn't. I don't know. It's but if you have like a full on, like you have an established Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman where you don't really need to do the backstory, you just have to reference the backstory. And instead of doing a standard Superman sequel, you could just have something. And ever since Rebirth had a Trinity book, and it was great. It was great. So I was like, I wanted more of that. But here we got Spider Monkey right here. Woo-wee. Look at that poster. Look at that poster. Trinity, only in theaters. So yeah, of course you got that shot of David Corn sweat. And who's that Batman? Not a Batman that I actually want, but that is Alan Ritchson. Yeah. It's Alan Ritchson, and then he has Monica Barbaro, who was in the Bob Dylan movie. He has her as Wonder Woman. Yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan of his choices of Batman and Wonder Woman, but hey, it's still a cool poster. Still a pretty damn cool poster. So, you know, I thought you guys would appreciate that. And good on Spider Monkey for posting it. Oh, man. We'll talk about that, of course. Man, we got so much DC stuff to talk about. It's just crazy. Ooh! Then we got another poster right here. And, I mean, if you want to just hit me right where it's soft, that sounds a little weird. Yeah, but if you want to just hit me right in the right spot. Again, I don't even know how to say this. But we have another concept poster, another poster from another artist who's very well known, and that is Boss Logic. He made a poster for Fantastic Four, and I thought, oh my God, this is like the what he used as the concept is absolutely insane. And I was like, yes, this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. And check this out. It has Baby Franklin on the poster, and it works. Look at that. Look at that. That is awesome. Come on. The Nevermind Nirvana cover. Yeah, you got Franklin right there with a Fantastic Four onesie, like a little one-piece thing. And then he's got the galaxy is in a fucking bottle, in a baby's bottle right there. And it's just, he's looking at it all. Oh, man. Good on Boss Logic right there. That was like, I saw that, I went, oh my God, that's pretty sweet right there. So good. So freaking good. Keep going. So much. Oof. Oh man, there's that too. Okay, I'm actually gonna talk about this right now with the tweets. Okay, so, it's kind of funny because, I've talked about it, Williams talked about it, we've talked about it on the Vox stream, where it was like, oh yeah, they should have a weekly podcast talking about DC Studios projects, talking about the news, talking about everything when it comes to this. And guess what? DC decided to do such a thing. The sad fact of the matter is I was thinking more of, well, you don't have to have like, an expensive, like elaborate kind of podcast or something like elaborate show. You could just have good hosts and knowledgeable hosts and hosts that are just going to be real, authentic, and everything. And sadly, when it comes to DC Showcase, I find it difficult to watch. I'm sorry, but I do, because the hosts just don't feel authentic to me. They don't, okay? I think the only, out of the three, Coy feels the most authentic, but even he kind of goes a little too much like, just too much like that. I could see why, but yeah. But then so I saw this because James Gunn, okay, and this, what?
Thank you.
I spoke to your hairdresser before we came in, and she told me that your hair is 100% natural. Your whole look. And everybody on Twitter thinks it's a wig. That's the gag.
Everybody
That's what
on Twitter
talks about.
Thinks my hair is a wig?
That's how luxurious it is. I know, we're on topic. It is a
What
huge
the
compliment.
F?
It's beautiful. It's luxurious. I cannot touch your hair, James Gunn. It is really on. It is on screen.
I don't care.
They're gonna be like, Frankie. Okay, so
My hair's real.
for those of you,
have you guys seen anyone ever seen somebody claim that James Gunn's hair is a wig? When I saw this clip, I went, what? I have never seen one person say that his hair is a wig. Did she misread? Did she get misinformation where, no. We just said his hair is not naturally that color. That I could see because I don't think his hair is naturally that white. I've always joked that maybe he just got so stressed out about things that his hair just turned white. I can understand the color, but who the fuck says that? I don't know anyone who said that. I don't know anyone who said that. This is why I have difficulties even trying to tune in and watch this, because the hosts, like I said, Crowe could just do it by himself. To be honest, I would say that he could do it by himself. The other two, I can't. I'm just going, okay. All right. Oh, even the other two are like, why the hell are you asking that? Why are you asking that? Holy Lord. All right. Ugh. Jurassic World Rebirth. Okay, so I already talked about it, and Variety posted it. I already talked about that. Yeah, people have seen it. There are people that got advanced screenings to Jurassic World Rebirth, and I mean, honestly, the way that people are reactioning, is that what I said? Reacting? The way that people are reacting, yeah, makes sense. Jurassic World Rebirth, first reactions are divided over the film being a perfect entry or totally blah. Variety's Jazz Tankay calls it a roaring triumph, while Collider's Perry Nemiroff calls it a winner that knows how to bring a Jurassic story to the big screen, but some are calling it a string of forgettable scenes that go nowhere. I saw a tweet from somebody who saw it who said, Jurassic World stinks, but Scarlett Johansson has never looked so good. And I was like, whoa. I mean, he's right. She does look really good. Tank top, nice and tan, hair all back. She's looking badass. She's looking almost Sarah Connor in this thing, just without sunglasses. She's almost looking Sarah Connor-ish, you know? Seems like she's always been in good shape. It seems like she might have gotten in more shape. I don't know, but I'm just saying it's mixed. It's mixed. It's just mixed, no matter what. It's gonna be mixed. All right, who cares? Oh, we got this right here. Reunion! We got a reunion that's happening, folks. That's right. And what am I talking about? Am I talking about a reunion between the American Pie people again? No. I don't know why I brought that up, but there was American Pie reunion, which was very forgettable, and I don't know why I brought that up. But it's not that. I'm talking about a reunion of two actors who were father and son in a very special movie to a lot of us, and that, of course, is Man of Steel when it comes to Russell Crowe and Henry Cavill. Russell Crowe has been cast in Chad Stahelski's Highlander reboot alongside Henry Cavill. What? Jor-El and Kal-El reuniting. I mean, come on. That's pretty sweet right there. Yes. I mean, I'm assuming that if they're doing like a full-on remake, like they're ignoring the previous one. I mean, so what? Is Russell Crowe going to be the Sean Connery character? What his last name was, like Ramirez or something? I don't know. It was something. I forgot. I wasn't like a big Highlander fan. I watched the movies and I kind of watched the show, but I'm not sure. But it's just kind of cool to be like, oh yeah, there's that. I mean, obviously, there's always something that's a little bit of like, oh yeah, there they are. They're going to be reuniting again. That's pretty sweet. So, I have a feeling the new Superman will bomb. I believe so. So somebody named I believe so is going to bomb. Again, we already we covered this, I believe so, at the beginning. We covered that at the beginning, that it's not going to bomb. It's not going to bomb because ticket sales are doing fairly well. It might, the least you can hope for, because I know you're probably hoping for it, or people are hoping for it. So there's certain people, they're hoping for it to bomb, but it's not going to bomb. It's going to, it could underperform. There you go. I fixed it for you. Let's just at least be honest, you know? And then, of course, hey, you guys want to see, you know, DC ripping off itself? Oh, look at that. Yeah, look at that. DC ripping off DC. What is up with Jesus Christ? They can't stop ripping each other off. They can't stop ripping themselves off. You know, having Superman on the ground with kryptonite in his face. Why do they keep on doing this? Jesus Christ. You know, some people just think that Zack Snyder was the first one to do this, and you know, kudos to those people. They were coddled as children, but yeah, you know, it was just kind of funny. It's like a, you know, kryptonite thing to, you know, flash kryptonite in Superman's face while he's on the ground, because you know it fucks him up. God damn, DC ripping off DC. Jeez, how dare they? It's almost like, yeah, can't believe Superman, you know, in a green rock. It's ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Anyways. He's a Snyder fan, guys. Calm down. What? I believe so. Who thinks Superman's going to bomb is a Snyder fan? Fuck. What? No, let's just end the stream now. I would have never guessed that. All right. I love this right here. You know, we got the new Happy Gilmore movie coming out, and I'm just kind of going like, all right, the movie's probably going to be, you know, probably going to be not that great. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it'll be good, but I don't know. I as much as I love the first Happy Gilmore, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I want to see the new one. I'm like, yeah, what? Okay. I like all the callbacks in the trailer, but there was a lot of callbacks in the trailer. But apparently Netflix was handing these out, and somebody sent this to me, and I was going, I need to have this. I want this on my wall right here. Shooter McGavin's Pieces of Shit for Breakfast. Jeez. Come on, that's clever. That's really clever. He's holding a spoon. The cereal looks like little pieces of shit, like little gerbil pellets or whatever. I don't know. I thought that was pretty good because, you know, obviously if you remember from the first one, I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. Oh, wait. You said you were a Snyder fan. You said you were like, relax, calm down. You were a Snyder fan there. I believe so. But you are a Superman fan. Cool. But why do you think it's going to bomb? Why do you think it's actually going to bomb? If you're a Superman fan, but you're like, but I think the new film's going to bomb. I don't know. Anybody that I've seen that's like a good Superman fan doesn't think it's going to bomb. That's what's weird. Anyways, all right. By all means. Okay, let me quiz you guys. Okay, I'm not going to quiz you guys. Not really going to quiz you guys, but there's this image right here. I'm going to show you this image right here. Some of you might have fuck all. You have no idea what I'm showing you right here. You have no idea. Literally no idea what this image is of these people who have this ugly blonde hair, and they're wearing like these jumpsuits, and they're posing in front of like this cliff and this tree. Some of you have no idea what this is, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to tell you what it is, okay? Because this has to do with a movie that might have come out recently. And once you find out that what this is, you're going to be like, what? What? Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. Is That's what was kind of when I saw that I went, yeah, and I posted about it, and of course a lot of people were making their posts, and some people know what it is, but even like if you know what it is, you go, God, I know it because I know what that is, but like I was like, oh man, I'm gonna post that and be like, yeah, and people don't know what that is, and if you do know what it is, you kind of go like, yeah, but it's so random, for what that is, so random. Well, Jesus, Ryan. All right. Anyways, okay. Yeah. Yes, it's from 28 years later, guys. Now, is your mind blown? Is your mind blown? Yes. Why would a group like that? What? That's in 28. Yeah. Wait till you actually see the scene. Wait till this is why that movie, I felt like Trump right there. This is why that movie just kind of blew my mind. Yeah. Dune Messiah. Dune Messiah is, well, let's just say that this movie is kicking in the gear. Denai is not holding back. He's like, all right, let's get this movie going. I got the script. We're good. He got the budget. He got everything. Hans Zimmer is back. The whole cast and crew is back. There's going to be some people returning. It's going to be absolutely insane. Guess when Dune Messiah starts filming? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That's right. According to Denis Villeneuve universe. It's going to be starting to shoot in 2 weeks. Wow, that's pretty good. Love it. Cannot wait. I'm glad. I think it's actually smart because he originally said that he wanted to wait a little bit and do something else. But I think it's actually smart that it's like, no, just get that third one out of there. And that way he can now just go, all right, I made a Dune trilogy. I conquered that. And now I'm going to go off and make my own stuff. I'm going to create IPs. I'm not going to deal with existing IPs. That's what I love. And I think that's great because I thought we weren't going to get Dune Messiah for another 5-6 years. That's what I thought. Especially since there's a significant time jump in Dune Messiah. I didn't think we were going to get another one for a bit. I was like, oh yeah, it's probably not going to start filming in 2020, 28, 29, 20, I don't know. It probably wouldn't start filming in like 3 years. Yeah, 20, I had to do the math right there. But I was like, yeah, so I'm glad that it's actually boo, 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 yeah. What else we got? Oh, this is funny right here. Somebody, the new Superman poster that's like very retro, that has him like stepping, on the logo, and it looks retro with the borders and everything. Well, apparently at a bus stop, somebody was trying to steal it. Either that or Crypto showed up and he was trying to pull it out of the freaking case right there. Jeez. He looks like Captain Morgan. You know what? That's actually funny. Somebody should do like a Captain Morgan version of that Superman poster. They definitely should. Tom Cruise. This dude, I don't know what his energy in the last couple of years has just been fantastic. I think after COVID and everything that Tom Cruise is just really taking upon himself to be like, to just really be just a lover of cinema, a lover of film, and wanting to support films. And he's been supporting other films. He shows his ticket that he bought. He shows up at the premieres, and he wants to, hug the main actor. He did that with Michael B. Jordan. I remember last year he bought his ticket to Barbie. He bought his ticket to Barbenheimer. He wanted to be a part of that. And, of course, reunited and it feels so good. Interview with the Vampire. Reunion. He showed up to one of the F1 red carpet premieres right here. So there's Brad Pitt and And Tom Cruise right there. Look at that. Jace. Man. That's right. Tom Cruise is wearing his even higher lifts. I was like going, geez, he's almost as tall as Brad Pitt. Wow. Anyways, sorry. But yeah, that's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. I love that. I love that. I mean, it seems like Tom Cruise is just really trying to show that appreciation. He's trying to show that appreciation to cinema and his friends and his actor colleagues, just really showing all that. Hey, there's good old Fabian. Just got out of F1. It was awesome. Yeah, people are raving about F1. I'm seeing it on Thursday. I got a whole big group, man. I got a whole big group of people. I got six people. I got my dad, his wife, my brother, nephew, his buddy, and my uncle. My uncle's also coming. My uncle's also going to be coming to our screening of F1. Can't wait. Oh, there's good old Fabian. He always forgets the hashtag now. Street Fighter the movie, the new movie. We got a Chun-Li. Apparently, we have a Chun-Li according to Deadline, and yeah, we're slowly kind of we've gotten rumored casting. We've gotten rumored casting when it comes to Ken and Ryu. I forgot the dude from that Warrior series, and then we had Noah, what's his name, from Black Adam. That might be Ken. So we've had rumors, and we had Jason Momoa that was also rumored to play Blanca in Street Fighter, but nothing's been confirmed. But apparently we've gotten confirmation that we got a new Chun-Li, and I don't know, guys. Do you think she's gonna do good? How are we feeling about this? You know, we could just, stare at her for the rest of the stream if you want. My God. Woo. Gorgeous. Woo. All right. I don't know who, I don't really know who she is. She's, Kalina Liang. Kalina Liang. And my God, is she gorgeous. I mean, she is gorgeous. I am not sure what else she's been in. Let's look it up. I gotta look it up. You know, what else has she been in? I'm sure whatever she's been in, she's been a badass, because she looks like a badass. Let's see. Looking at her. Oh, she was in Foundation. There you go. That's that vampire David Goyer series that a lot of people rave about. She was in Presence. That was that one Steven Soderbergh movie. Okay, so I'm thinking that in Foundation, she's probably kicked some ass in there. Actress. She's new. She is new blood. She's only been in 4 things. Tell Me Everything, TV series. Foundation. She was in the movie Presence, and then there's a movie called Bad Genius that I guess is coming out. That came out last year. Not sure exactly what it is, but then it shows that she's Chun-Li in Street Fighter. But my God, man, woof. What a good image right there, man. I was like, when I saw her, I was like, well, she's gorgeous. Okay, and that's it, guys. That is it when it comes to the tweets. Let's get to some main topics. Let's get to, let's talk some DC. Let's talk some DC and all the things Superman. Okay, let's see. Of course, I reference my buddies over at DC Film News. Mainly utilize their feed when it comes to all the DC film news, because, that's what they do. And those are good guys over there. Good guys over there. And there was so many things. I mean, the marketing for this has just been absolutely insane. I'm just like, what the hell? All right, where are we at here? Well, we'll talk about that. We got so many things. I don't even know where to start. It's crazy. Obviously, Manila, there was that whole thing, and we talked about that on Wednesday. We talked about the 30 minutes that were revealed. I might have to, in a post show or something, in the post show for Patreon. So if you subscribe to the Patreon and you're curious about the first 30 minutes of Superman. I might do a little description for the post-show video that I post on Patreon every Monday. So I don't know if I want to talk about it live. So I don't know if we're going to talk about it live. But yeah, apparently. The Snyder needs boobies? What the fuck? Okay. Just don't know. But yeah, a lot of things. Obviously, we have our Superman and Lois right there, just looking. And of course, I love the fact that David Cornsweet doesn't really even look like Superman at all, because he's filming a new movie, so he's got a little bit of a buzz cut. He's got the beard, and yeah, so he's not really looking very Superman as he's doing this press tour, as he's doing this tour for Superman. But he still looks dashing. He looks dashing, absolutely dashing. Okay, we'll get back to that. And yeah, everybody was talking. Okay, so let me get this out of the way. Let me get this out of the way right now, because this was like a big there's a big topic over the weekend, or not even over the weekend. This is like a big topic basically leading into the weekend. Okay, so we have, obviously box office tracking numbers. Everything's like going crazy when it comes to box office tracking. The closer we get, the tracking numbers start to get released. Looking at pre-sales, looking at the engagements, looking at analytics, all the analytics and all this kind of stuff. And I've told you guys, this is how the way I look at box office tracking is I like to talk about it the week of, because that's when you're going to get the most accurate numbers. The closer you get, the more accurate numbers you're going to get. I hate it when it's so far out. If it's like a month or 2 months out, I'm like, no, don't do that. So over the weekend, there was Deadline reporting that it was like 90 million to 125 million domestic. And then of course you had THR going like, oh no, it could be 135 million. There were people that were posting box office tracking numbers even a couple of weeks ago that said, oh, it could be up to 185 million. It's like, Jesus Christ. Okay, first off, let's lower the expectations a little bit, and let's just get a little closer. When we get a little closer to the movie, to that week, that's when we can start really talking about tracking numbers. That's where you get a little bit of more of an edge when it comes to that. So, yeah, that was just one of those things. No, it's just one of those. It chaps my ass. I will say this though, that Superman, when it comes to ticket pre-sales, according to the Wrap, $10 million in pre-sales, specifically when it comes to, obviously, that we got the Amazon one, the early screenings and blah, 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 blah. And some people are like, of course, because everything is nitpicked when it comes to Superman, they're like, 10 million? What? That's it? 10 million? 10 million? And you're going, yeah. The Batman was 7.7 million. And that made how much? All right, you go ahead and figure that out for yourself. Again, numbers. Everybody utilizes numbers to their advantage. It's just what we do, I guess, right? Hey, thank you for the $1.49 little chat there. I think, who else? Oh, you also did that too. Ooh. Sorry, Arkham. I forgot to see your $5 super chat. Bring back casual Batman for Superman. I know, I do need to. And I must remind you, I did do a casual Superman at one point. I might have to bring them both back. Yeah, that's probably something that's going to happen. It's got to happen, right? We got to bring back casual Batman. And if anybody doesn't know what casual Batman is, just go to my channel, search casual Batman, and enjoy. Enjoy. Definitely enjoy that. Director James Hawes compares Lanterns to HBO series True Detective, Fargo, and No Country for Old Men. It's a buddy cop movie, and then someone flies. So that's pretty cool. So we get some Lantern stuff, but, nothing too crazy. Jimmy Guns. We're going to hold you to this. Jimmy Guns. Is this true? Are you going to be able to actually prove us that you can actually hold back a little bit? We'll see, but James Gunn, talking to Entertainment Weekly, James Gunn says he has mostly quit debunking rumors, unless actors or creatives' feelings are at stake to avoid giving traffic to misinformation spreaders. There are a couple of people specifically who have pretty large followings who just consistently put out false stories, just one after the other, 95% of the time. Yeah, you hear that, Jeff Snyder? Shut the fuck up. Yeah, you know he's talking about you. But Jimmy Guns, are you going to be able to hold back? Like I said, I like it when he debunks certain things. I don't mind it. But sometimes he goes a little too much. He goes a little too overboard. And for what I gathered from some of my, people, sources, whatever the hell you want to say, is Warner Brothers and even DC Studios don't really like it when he goes a little overboard when it comes to him online. So we will see. We will see. And then there's this right here. Going back to the EW. Going back to the Entertainment Weekly. This is funny. Get off Matt Reeves' nuts, all right, guys? Get off his nuts. That's not me saying that. That's not me. That's not good old Dave the Film Junkie saying get off Matt Reeves' nuts. That is something I would say. I would do that. No. It's from Jimmy Guns. James Gunn is expecting Matt Reeves' draft of the Batman Part 2 sometime this month in June. People should get off Matt's nuts. Because it's like, let the guy write the screenplay in the amount of time he needs to write it. That's just the way it is. He doesn't owe you something because you like the movie. Get off my nuts. Yeah, so that's, that was something new. Little did we know that we were going to hear that, get off Matt Reeves' nuts. But sometime in June, I don't know. We could all place bets on when this script's supposed to be turned in. I don't know. It doesn't seem like, even if it gets turned in, do you think they're going to even talk about it? Everything is Superman right now. Okay, that's the way I'm kind of looking at it. Nothing against Jimmy Guns for saying that, but come on, Jimmy Guns. Yeah, for all we know, the script is actually turned in. It might be already turned in, but of course, we're not going to talk about that right now because it is about Superman, which I totally understand because Batman always outshines Superman. So yeah, you don't want to. You have a big Superman movie that, a lot is riding on it. So you don't want to outshine that with Batman. I get it. So I'm sure after Superman comes out, after a week or so, we're going to hear about the Batman Part 2. But we'll see. I don't know, it's just people taking bets on everything like that, so. And then with the same one right here, we have Jimmy Guns talking about the Wonder Woman movie, but also the fact that Paradise Lost prequel series is still very much in the works. James Gunn says that Paradise Lost is moving along and is separate yet connected to the Wonder Woman film, which is being written right now. It's slow moving, but it's moving. And yeah, I really love the project a lot. Wonder Woman's being written right now, so it's different. I mean, not different. They're connected. She's from fucking Themyscira, so yeah. So that makes sense. Good. Good. And now we can take this movie off the list of one of the movies that got killed from that original DCU slate that he announced. Because remember, we heard from his Rolling Stone interview that James Gunn said that they had to kill a project. It was greenlit, but the script just did not get to the point where they just had to kill it. It just wasn't working. It wasn't working. And I thought it was Sergeant Rock. Some people are saying it's The Authority. But it's not Sergeant Rock, so maybe in fact is The Authority. Some people were thinking it might even be Constantine 2 when we heard that Keanu Reeves wasn't happy with the scripts that were being turned in. But here's what James Gunn has to say about Sergeant Rock. He confirms that Sergeant Rock is still in development but will be changed a little bit. I feel like we're in a pretty good place. We're still moving forward, but yeah, right now it wasn't exactly where I wanted to be creatively, and so it needs to change a little bit. Yeah, so all those people, man, I don't know how many times I was seeing people like those, like people who were hating, they were going like, oh my God, he's really focusing on Sergeant Rock. It's like, no, he wasn't. It was just out there. The news got out there, things were out there. You're like, yeah, there was information, but he never fully said, oh yeah, it's happening. The script you got is amazing, it's happening. So with everything that was going on with Daniel Craig, Colin Farrell, all the stuff, that was just like, it was a lot of noise that was happening. And James Gunn was like, we never confirmed anything, never did. There was nothing. It was just a lot of noise. So that's good. I'm glad that he took it upon himself to change that. He also said that Clayface could be most likely rated R. And I'm going, well, Jimmy Gunn's, I most likely would be okay with that. And I definitely would be okay with that. Here's an interesting one. Crafty, nifty there, Jimmy Guns. I see what you did right here. This is an interesting way to not confirm what we know, who we know that Bradley Cooper is playing in Superman. And I don't even want to say it because it is a spoiler, I guess. But I almost don't even want to say it again because, I mean, when we found out, I went, okay, cool, and I thought that was a really cool idea. But should I even say it now? Okay, Jor-El. It was already out there. Okay, I already have videos on it. But what a nifty way that Jimmy Gunn's right here kind of sidelines that whole little thing, because he does confirm that Bradley Cooper is in Superman, but doesn't confirm who he's playing. James Gunn spills Bradley Cooper, Pom Klementieff, I always say your name wrong, and Michael Rooker are in Superman. Pom is one of the robots. It's Bradley, and then it's also Pom, and Michael Rooker is one of the robots. So that quote right there, the way that quote is right, the way that quote is right there, he goes, it's Bradley, talking about, when they get to that scene, it's Bradley, and it's also Pom, and Michael Rooker is one of the robots. So it almost sounds like he's saying all three of them are one of the robots. But the fact that he says it's Bradley, and then he says the other two names and says robots. And I'm going, I see what you did there. I mean, the sneak peek, you hear. Go back and hear the sneak peek. I pointed it out on here. You hear Bradley Cooper's voice speaking in what sounds like Kryptonian language. So he speaks in Kryptonian language. So definitely. Cortez, you were hearing the rumor that Clayface was rewritten. Now James Gunn he debunked that, so that's good. And then of course we got some new footage right here.
You were out there helping them?
I thought I was.
Thought he was.
They've always been wrong about me. I get scared, but that is being human. And that's my greatest strength.
Ooh. So that was cool. You have Superman getting, yelling and just yelling at Luthor, saying that, he loves, he feels scared, basically going, because he wants to be human. He wants to fit in. But he also wants to save and utilize his power for good. Obviously, that's what Superman is. So you have him, of course, yelling at Luthor. You could tell that with this Superman is very unsure of himself, even though he's been Superman for 3 years. Especially from that footage, that's what I'm gathering on. And I like that because I like it. I mean, that's what Zack did with Man of Steel. It was a Superman that was very unsure of himself, but that was the beginnings of a Superman. When it came to Man of Steel, he was trying to find his place in this world as well, and then, just roaming around, and he was just roaming around the world trying to figure himself out, trying to figure out his place, and then he eventually did, which is a good approach. Now we got this Superman who's like more of a traditional type of Superman, but he's still unsure of himself. So you could tell that Lex Luthor, as he does, pushes Superman's buttons, so he gets pretty damn emotional right there. And it's a good TV spot. And then, of course, we had some doggy stuff with David Cornsweat's real dog. What's his real dog's name? Mover Crypto. Ira, that's right. So his dog Ira, and this is pretty adorable.
David's got a dog.
Oh, hi, Rob.
Aw.
Hi. Sorry. Hi, Ira.
That's a good boy.
Got her a freaking super suit and cape and everything.
You have a dog.
So there you go. Just a cute little video. Like I said, it's all for social media. It's all helping social media. You know how it is. You know, you got to do it for social media, you know. And we got a new shot of our Lois Lane, Rachel Brosnahan, at the Daily Planet. There she is. Yep. Oh yeah. We even got Mr. Lumberg back there. Lombard, not Lumberg. Sorry, Lombard. I was thinking of Office Space. But yeah, you know. Boy, to be that pen. Anyways, what? Did I say that out loud? No, I don't know what you're talking about. No, it's a good shot. It's a good shot. It's a good shot of her. Yeah, I didn't say anything about the pen. Nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, you know, and then of course, oh, look at that. And then I love how Corn Sweat's just like in the picture right here. Just like looking like, aw. And this is behind the scenes, Rachel Brosnahan in the T craft of Superman. So I don't even know whose dog this is. I guess maybe, I mean, it looks like almost crypto, but not really crypto, you know? So that's cool. I just posted a new photo of them in Brazil. Ooh. Okay. Now we got another one. God damn. Okay, so we got some more TV spots. Like I said, this is gonna be so much more footage and stuff. I mean, it's almost to the point where I'm like, God damn, it's too much footage. I think it is too much footage.
Superman, I'll destroy you.
Your obsession with me is getting a little creepy.
Ugh.
Hey, buddy, eyes up here.
I will say they fixed it. They fixed this part. I think they kind of fixed this. I think they fixed this right here, because I'm not gonna lie. When we saw the final trailer right here, it seemed like it seemed like his head got a little. It was a little weird right there, and it doesn't seem like it's not too crazy anymore. I don't know. I'm just noticing there was like a little bit of a twitch that was happening in the final trailer that I was like, that looks a little floaty heady. That right there, you don't see, I think they smoothed it out a little bit, I've noticed. That's what they do. And then, of course, we have this TV spot.
We have to stop.
Lex.
Ready?
Let's do it. July 11th.
More footage.
Summer is
Buckle up.
looking up.
You have a dog.
Rated PG-13. Everywhere.
I mean, that's, again, crypto. You got to sell it with that crypto. Come on. I mean, why not? It's cute. He's just like, fuck. He's like, I gotta go back to work here. Gotta go back to work. Wait, is that all of it? Well, I'm just kind of going through here. Obviously, we have some behind the scenes, because Peacemaker and Superman were shooting on the same lot. So there's that right there. And then again, more fucking footage. More footage. Jeez. So much footage.
He kicked Superman's butt.
Oh.
He didn't completely kick Superman's butt.
Look at that. Whoa.
He kicked
Hammer.
Superman's butt.
So much. Let's see. That's just, we don't have to show that. There's that. They're showing them. Blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, you know, again, debunking. This is what we want when he debunks. So the Batman Part 2, of course, Puck News reported that, the script's going to be handed in. You know, again, take your bets on when the script's going to be handed in. But, James, can you confirm that the rumor of the Batman 2 script is due to be handed in today? And this was, of course, like a couple of days ago. And he goes, it's not true. So, this is what you want him to debunk right there, at least. Jeez, it's like, god damn, it's just too much. Too much. And we got some other things too. Oh yeah, we got a little behind the scenes. Got a little behind the scenes right here. James Gunn filming this sequence with obviously the kids raising up the flag for Superman. It's going to be a very interesting scene for sure. It's going to be a very interesting scene right here. I'm actually surprised that, well, uh-oh, and then uh-oh, guys, uh-oh. Watch out, we got the cast in Rio de Janeiro. We got the cast of Superman. They are pouring drinks at the bar.
In the wrong glass. Yeah.
I got cheers, bro.
Ooh.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Look at Jimmy Gunn's trying to speak Spanish. Uh-oh. 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 We got James Gunn and them wearing aprons. Uh-oh. Please tell me, guys, that no one, please tell me that that everybody just kind of like, you know, was fine with it and blah blah blah. Please tell me that nobody's gonna compare. Oh fuck! Oh, so unoriginal. Oh, he's copying. Oh my God, Jesus Christ, guys! Zack Snyder invented wearing aprons. Oh, that's right, guys. Shit. God, Jimmy Guns, you keep on ripping off Zack Snyder. You wore an apron? Only he can wear an apron. Ah, God. Oh, fuck, man. What are you doing, Jimmy Guns? Why do you keep copying Zack Snyder? Fuck. Lord, I mean, I just want, you know, what are we doing here, man? Jesus Christ, these guys need to get a fucking life, but okay. And we got a new front page. We got a new front page, Daily Planet. This is from Steve Lombard, of course, writing sports. Meteors strike out. Thanks a lot, Superman. And of course, talking about it, and again, Jimmy Olsen with the great photos. I don't know how he got that photo, but apparently Jimmy Olsen was in the empty Meteors Stadium when the Superman and Ultraman fight was happening, and he snapped that picture right there. The Gotham Griffins are saved from an embarrassing loss. The Gotham Griffins. Look at that. So apparently they were going to be playing Gotham. Thanks to a major foul play during last week's game in an unsportsmanlike play, Superman ended the game early as his fight destroyed everything from first base to the Meteor's dugout. Now, I'm all for dominating everything in life head on, just not when it cost us the win. Until further notice, Superman, you are benched. Damn. All right. Okay. Then we got
What do you want to do?
So we got other stuff too. We're not going to go over this. There's just the cast doing more things. It's like I said. It is a lot. It is a lot. But you know what? Clois. Look at her. Look. Oh my God. Look at her. But yeah, this is of course them. This is in Brazil. I mean, Jesus, that dress. Ooh-wee. That's pretty good. All right. Let me let me double check and make sure I have everything that I wanted to post when it came to everything. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that. Almost forgot about it. Yeah, I'll have to go back. Let's see. Let me open up this because we're going to talk about, well, oops, not that. No. Hold on a sec. Sorry, guys. Film Junkee loves boobs. Well, you know, what can I say? I'm a dude. I love me some boobies. Jesus Christ. What is this stream today? I don't know. I'm having a good time. I don't care. Let me see. I gotta find the tweet. Like I said, there's so many things, and it got lost in the shuffle. But I have to address it because it was just like, because it was again a controversial topic, and I'm like, where is it? Did it get deleted? No, it didn't. Okay, so So going back to the Entertainment Weekly interview, so we saw this image floating around yesterday because we had new footage. This was during the NBA Finals, and we had a little bit of new footage that was showing up, a little TV spot that happened during the Finals, which is great. It was Game 7, so a lot of eyes got on it and everything. And a lot of people were passing around this image. There he is, flying around. There is Superman, David Cornsweet. Nice little smirk on his face. Flying, looks way better than the previous flying when he's flying like this. Of course, it's not exactly the same shot. And if you guys remember, it was this shot right here. There's the shot that we were talking about, obviously, when he's in the Arctic and he's flying. And we saw that little footage before the teaser or whatever. And of course, that was very controversial. I even said it too. I'm like, yeah, it looks weird. It definitely looks weird. A little floaty, heady, everything's kind of weird. But then we get to, of course, this shot, which looks a whole lot better. Looks a whole lot better. But you can kind of tell it's not in the same location. But it is still using that same lens. It is still, you know, a similar flying pose and everything. It's all that. So James Gunn right here states about that infamous Superman flying TV spot shot. He goes, it was a TV commercial, and it wasn't a finished visual effects shot. I didn't love the shot, so it's not even the shot that's in the movie. So that shot, the controversial shot, is not going to be in the movie. He did, however, say that shot was not, his face wasn't visual effects and blah, blah, blah. So he kind of effed up a little bit when it came to that, at least. Because I was just kind of going like, well, you said it wasn't like a VFX shot. I mean, obviously they had to CGI the background in, but it was supposed to be real and blah, blah, blah. But I think we could all kind of tell that his head was there was a CGI thing going on there. And he did, and I will say that he did call out to say that, oh yeah, it wasn't like, let's see, he said it right here. I knew I'd find it. Looks dope, great camera angle, Superman flying, except there's something with his face that looks a little off. I know there's plenty of time to refine CGI. There's absolutely zero CGI in the face. People's faces can look different, blah, 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 you know, and then he, of course, talked about all that. But then all of a sudden he's going like, well, that was a VFX shot, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, well, which one is it there, bud? So I think, I think he gets a little lost, you know, he starts fluffing things, but yes, I think he kind of messed up with that. But yes, at least the new shot looks decent. You know, and this is kind of funny too when it comes to, you know, I posted that shot. I was like, hey, that looks better. You know, and I'm just kind of going like, no matter what. I mean, that's just the way it is. Closer we're getting to Superman. Anytime I know I'm going to be posting a Superman image, a Superman anything, I have to brace myself because my God, or my mention's going to turn into just an absolute madhouse. And sure enough, they do. And it's just always funny because it's like, you know, you get people that just go, hey, the shot still looks weird. I'm like, okay, I get it, but it looks better than that previous shot, right? Well, yeah, but it still looks weird. Okay, that's not the point of my fucking tweet. My tweet was all about like, hey, at least it looks better. His shot of him in that same pose looks a lot better than that same pose in this other shot, right? But everybody's like, yeah, but that fucking lens. I'm like, I get it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that either. Okay? And ever since Black Adam and Guardians of the Galaxy, yes, people daily on Twitter talk about how ugly those shots look with that certain lens, with the hero like up into the camera's fucking, you know, right up there. Yeah, I get it. But it's like, do we have to bring it up every goddamn time? I get it. I'm just saying. It looks better. See, even James Gunn says, let me cook in the chat right there. Let him cook. All right, I think that's all the news right there. Like I said, so much. All right, let's move on, huh? I think we got it all. People got people making Lex accounts too. Oh, jeez. It's all over the place. It's just what happens. Like I said, it helps with the engagement, helps with the views, right? Okay, let's talk about Spider-Man. Well, there's really nothing much. Well, let's see. Let's see here. John Bernthal. Let me pull up the actual article. Let's pull up the actual article. Of course, there it is. Okay. So John Bernthal, the Punisher, guess what? He's back. Of course, you guys know this was reported last Friday, and I think we all kind of went, all right, yeah, we all accept it because we all love John Bernthal, right? So here's the article right here. Of course, my Stream Deck is not working. It just stopped working. Sweet. All right, so there we go. So there's the article right there. John Bernthal joins Tom Holland in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Okay, my computer is struggling right now. Everything is struggling right now because every website has like 3,000 videos happening, and oh, there we go. And then there's that right there. You know, you can have only so many things like popping up on your, you know. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're just not going to do that. Jeez. That's what I hate about sometimes when you post like when we try to go to these posts, you got like 4 different videos and ads that are just like popping out at you. It's ridiculous. But John Bernthal, and then of course it's confirmed that, you know, that Zendaya and you know, obviously Zendaya is going to be coming back, and then Ned's going to be back. I forgot that actor's name. They confirmed that too. We all knew that. But you know, when it comes to John Bernthal joining Spider-Man Brand New Day, the thing that intrigues me is the fact that, okay, so we're wondering, is Spider-Man Brand New Day going to be, is it going to be a multiverse movie, or is it going to be a street level movie? That was always a question, because it seemed like Sony wanted a multiverse movie because Sony is dumb, and Kevin Feige apparently wanted a more street level movie. That was the rumor that was out there for a bit. I don't know how legit those rumors were, if that was actually true. I don't know. But I think a lot of us were just wanting, well, can we just like have a standard, like, you know, street level movie, even if you have some of the characters there, you know, invite Daredevil in, invite some of these street level characters in there if you want to. Nothing wrong with that. So now that we got the Punisher in there, that's making me think that, yes, this is actually, having the Punisher in the Spider-Man movie does not scream multiverse. It doesn't scream multiverse. Now, yeah, there's a rumor that Bruce Banner might show up. Who knows? That doesn't hold weight, because in this article, when they were talking about all this, it doesn't mention anything about Mark Ruffalo. So I don't know if that's still just a bullshit rumor or whatever the hell. But I'm just thinking not street level, and I would not be surprised if Daredevil also would show up in some of those street level characters, which I think we can all agree. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you want just a Spider-Man movie, but but if the Spider-Man movie is taking place in Brooklyn, it's taking place on the street, yeah, I would think that maybe some of these street level characters would show up. And I like that. I really do like that. So, it's good. Let's see. To be honest, Corn Sweat never looks like the same person in different shots. That's one reason I'm not a fan of this guy. You're not a fan of this guy because, so Game City Savior is not a fan of David Cornsweet because he doesn't look like the same guy. So he's doing a hyperbole thing, and he's also judging it by, you know, he doesn't like the guy because of his looks. I think he said the same thing about Florence Pugh, you know, Game City Savior. Yeah, you like to hate on people because of their looks, huh, bud? That's interesting. Something tells me, I don't know. There's might be an issue or something right there. I don't know. Anyways, I just thought that was a little weird. Well, I wouldn't have read it if you didn't put so many crying, laughing faces. That just makes you sound like an absolute douchebag. So I don't know. Anytime I see like a numerous crying, laughy faces, I just kind of go, oh. You're trolling. So, it's all good. So, he just doesn't like the way that David Cornsweet looks. Anyways, okay. Anyways, yeah, you know, if you're gonna put all those little crying, laughy faces, I'm gonna put you on blast there, bud. So, anyways, all right, let's get to the box office now. Box office. All right, so the box office was very interesting this week because obviously we had 2 new movies come out. We had a Pixar movie, and then, of course, 28 years later, which a lot of people were anticipating. So it was going to be interesting. And then, of course, we had How to Train Your Dragon come out last week, and it was going to be kind of interesting to see the drop and see where it lands this week and everything like that. And like I said, very interesting box office with 2 brand new movies coming out, and then a movie that was like an adaptation, which is it's kind of interesting, but here we go. So How to Train Your Dragon actually did top the domestic box office yet again with a 56.8% drop. So interesting. So it still remains the top, and it sits at $359.7 million. And I think the budget was, I forgot what the budget was. I remember reading about it. It was less than $200 million for sure. So I don't know, it's going to be interesting. And then coming in at number 2, 28 Years Later, which is a movie I saw and I really enjoyed, and it just kind of blew my mind a little bit. It made $30 million, both international and domestic, so $60 million poll, which is not too bad because I don't think the budget was, I know the budget was fairly low. I think it was like 70 million, something like that. So, and they already have a sequel that is already, I think is either being filmed or is already wrapped up production. So, but here's the big one right here. Elio, which is a Pixar movie, doesn't really do well at the box office at all. 34.9? What? For a Pixar movie? What are we doing here? Elio comes in third, 20.8 and 14.1. So, yeah. It's like a Pixar movie, a fresh new Pixar movie, does not do good. Does not do well at all. And then rounding out the top 5 is Lilo and Stitch, and of course, Mission Impossible. Lilo and Stitch, oh, it's creeping up. It's in the 911 million. It's creeping up there. And, of course, Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, hey, it's creeping up to 600 million, so hopefully it makes it to that, but I don't know if it will. But the interesting thing about Elio is the fact that I saw so many people go, yeah, I didn't see the marketing for this. What the hell is this movie? And I'm like, yeah, I think Pixar, they were like, yeah, let's just make this movie, but we're not going to really care or market it. You know why? Because we're going to be too busy working on Toy Story 17. That's what's happening. They're always going to bank on what has worked before, just like with every company. Obviously, it's Disney. They like barely had a marketing budget for Elio. They barely had a marketing budget for Elio. A lot of people didn't even know that it was coming out. A lot of people were like, huh? You know, so it's just like there was like nothing. There was like nothing there. I saw more marketing for 28 Years Later, and this is a legacy sequel of a zombie franchise that only had 2 movies prior. That's what's crazy. And that movie ended up doing better. Domestically, it did $10 million better, which is crazy. 28 Years Later comes out the same weekend as a Pixar movie and does better? What? An R-rated movie with a big alpha zombie with his dick hanging out does better than a family movie. I didn't think I was going to say that tonight, but yes, that's crazy. So, man. So, yeah, that one's just, that's Pixar's worst box office opening, I think, ever. Absolutely crazy. And then we got F1 coming out. Yeah, there's no way it's going to even come close to, it's not even going to do anything. You're definitely not going to see any marketing at all. All right, guys. I haven't watched this trailer yet, and since it was kind of a slow news day, I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch this trailer because I'm very much looking forward to this movie, and this movie's called Weapons from Zach Kragers, right? Zach Kragers, whatever. And it's just the plot really just intrigues me. So the new trailer got released today. I haven't watched it, so let's watch it together, huh?
I just want to say how
God.
very sorry I am for...
She should be locked up until she tells us what happened.
This is giving me a David Fincher vibe.
I want an answer just as bad as all of you.
We're talking about 17 kids
Dude,
in one classroom.
This is so giving me Fincher
I want to
vibes.
know what happened in that classroom. Why just her classroom? Why only her?
I love those kids.
This is a true story that happened right here in my town. A lot of people die in a lot of really weird ways in this story. but you're not gonna find it in the news.
Those kids walked out of those homes. No one pulled them out. No one forced them. What do you see that I don't?
Show me. Where did you go?
There's something very, very wrong going on.
Well, okay. Don't do it. Don't cross the line. Whoa.
Come on. What am I looking at?
Leave the investigating to the investigators.
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Are you watching? Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yep. This is going to be, and I love it, that this is going to be the first movie after the month of July. I think it's the first movie after, after the craziness of July, you know, to have something like this, it's just going to be something fresh and new and creepy and weird. After the madness of all the blockbusters of July, oh man, I'm so looking forward to that. It's just, but like, I don't know, for some reason I was like getting more David Fincher vibes from this trailer right here. Just absolutely cannot wait for Weapons. Anyways, okay. And that's it when it comes to all the topics, guys. All right. Moving along. All right, what do we got here? Let's look at some Twitter questions. Let me scroll through, make sure people, there's not some craziness underneath here. You just never know. All right, I think we're good. Just making sure. All right, let's check this out. Okay, so Scott right here, he, what I was talking about Elio, when it comes to Elio box office, responding to that. I didn't even know this movie was coming out. I saw one trailer total in theaters before it was released, and that's me. What chance did a general audience member have to know this movie even existed? Yeah, Scott goes to the movies every week. He only saw that once. I think I saw a trailer for Elio in front of How to Train Your Dragon, and I think that's it. I think I only saw one trailer too. When I saw How to Train Your Dragon, I think that's when I saw it. I might have seen some. I definitely saw, like, you know, watching regular TV. I saw, like, I remember when I was watching the Dodgers-Giants game a couple weekends ago. I saw a trailer for it, or saw a TV spot for it. But yeah, Pixar just really didn't give a flying fucking hell about that. Eric, hey Dave, a lot of folks have pointed out that the unnamed enemy country in Top Gun Maverick is probably Iran, with the whole look of it, etc. In other words, the movie predicted the past weekend. Yeah, just the wrong planes and nobody crashed. Gotta love Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, he's a prophet, huh? He knew where it was going. It's crazy. Kenny, happy birthday to Batman 1989. I have a ton of fond memories of watching Batman on VHS, later on Blu-ray disc. My favorite Batman movie until the Dark Knight trilogy, and Michael Keaton, the best Batman ever, and I'm Batman. Yep, that's right. The anniversary of Batman, Batman 89 was this past weekend, so that was cool. So that was what? The 26th or the 36th anniversary. New Jews, you're averaging close to 2 hours every Film Junkie live now. It's such a commitment to watch each one, and you even missed other streams due to their length. But your banner still says they're Monday and Wednesday, not Monday and Wednesday. So why not just break it up to 3 shorter ones again, please? Just, you have the ability, if you have the ability to pause and go back to it. The dash is like not the dash of like Monday through Wednesday. Maybe I should fix that. I don't know. Maybe I should fix that. It says Monday, Wednesday. I don't know. Maybe I should fix that and put an and into that just to clarify. I don't know. But yeah, I still, you know, for sanity's sake, I don't want to do 3 Film Junkie lives right now. My brother is playing his video game and I can hear him. It's funny. He's yelling at it. Things never change. Used to do that when we were kids. Mr. Nobody, hey Dave, I know it's a long shot, but what do you think the chances are of Zack Snyder or Taika Waititi directing one of Gunn's DC projects, maybe even something from Elseworlds? I could totally picture Taika directing something like Plastic Man and Zack directing New Gods. I mean, I doubt it. I don't really want Taika to... I don't like Taika that much, so... I don't really want to see that. Zack, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't... but I think... doing New Gods might be a little too close to what he was trying to do with his Justice League movies. Supergirl, excited for Superman and DCU's. I'm getting pumped going into this with open mind. Man, this is going to be good. Darkness Under the Wind. Dave, question 1. The Punisher confirmed to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Do you think this means the Punisher presentation in Daredevil Born Again Season 2 are building up that, since this also means it'll be street level? Yes. I think the events that happen in Daredevil Season 2 and even in that presentation will have an effect on Brand New Day, to be honest. Question 2, because Punisher will be in Spider-Man Brand New Day and Daredevil likely will too, does this mean Marvel Studios and Sony have come to some kind of agreement in regards to Superman or Spider-Man IP? Hopefully, for God's sakes. Jesus. You'll love it. Supergirl, MacGyver, decades apart. I loved both these superhero action shows, plus great themes. Yeah, I also used to watch MacGyver. I didn't watch the new MacGyver. I remember they tried to do the new MacGyver. Joshua G, Dylan G, saw 28 Years Later yesterday, and I enjoyed it. I can't wait for part 2 in January. All right, that's right. So it's already in the bag, and it's coming out in January, so I'm surprised we haven't seen a trailer yet. Devin Wooter, hello Dave. How surprised James Gunn fixed the face for Superman, and I apologize, I won't watch your stream tonight. I'm a little sick. Hey man, feel better. Feel better, Devin. Really, feel better. Hopefully you feel better. Sickness, you're down with the sickness, you know, it happens. So Top Gun franchise is a huge military recruiting commercial. I mean, it really is. I mean, geez, you see that. Even I was like going, geez, can I join the Navy? Fly some shit? But I don't know. All right, guys, that is it for tonight's show. What am I doing here? There we go, jeez. Love you guys. All right, this was great. Hit that like, thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Of course, I'll be posting my post show, which I'm actually going to talk about the first 30 minutes of Superman. I'm going to talk about that in the post show. I didn't want to talk about it here, but maybe I'll post something later on when it comes to that. But I just figured I'd do that for the post show. So, if you want to support the Patreon, all my videos and clips get posted there first. They get posted there first, so you get early access to them and don't have to worry about ads or anything. So if you want to join the Patreon, the link is down below, provided down below, and hit that like, thumbs up. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. We'll be talking about, of course, the F1 reviews that'll be coming out and maybe some box office projections. We'll see what happens when it comes to Superman, anything new from Superman, probably some things I missed for today. I don't know. Anyways, guys, love ya, and I'll see you Wednesday. Talk to you later.